like, hey, something about Jessica Jones. Haha, we're all
Right.
part of a universe still, guys. We're all part of a universe.
Or mentioned that Luke Cage is ruling the gangster underworld now. And
Did they
stuff
mention
like
that?
They did. It was a passing comment.
Okay.
And they tried to bring in, like, they used Misty Knight and they used the nurse, whom I can't remember the name of now.
Claire.
To try to bridge the gaps between and say, oh, look, these same characters are in shows, which means they're in the same universe, which was nice, but you never felt like they were actually.
Right. Did Claire die or something?
Well, she left Luke because
Luke Cage never came back.
Right. Because Luke was all like, I have to do this. And she was all like, not my watch, and she left.
Nice. All right, cool.
But
not to say like she was like a Colleen Wing, but like
she was
doing well.
But here's the problem: though, Colleen Wing was a better character than everyone else in that. Yeah. And to be honest, Claire was one of the only good characters, even in Luke Cage.
Yeah. Although I thought towards the end she wore out her welcome. She was the same character.
Well, that's why she left.
She was the same character.
And they started using Misty Knight as the bridge between the go-between.
I just think. The biggest thing is you lost momentum. No one cared. No one wanted it. Except we wanted a Daredevil season 4. People, I think, as much as we loved Punisher season 1 and wanted it to end, people wanted a season 2. So at least there was some momentum with that. But it fizzled out.
I didn't want a Punisher season 2. Like Punisher season 1 ranks higher than Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist, but only because in my mind those ones were so bad. Like I enjoyed Punisher, but I didn't care about Punisher. I cared about the characters in Daredevil. I cared about Matt and Foggy and Karen, and I cared about them. I did not care about Punisher.
Right.
They pulled heartstrings with his family and stuff like that, but I never was never like, I need to know what's going to happen to him.
I was.
And I know most people were.
I cared very much for him and for David.
Yeah, me too.
I knew most people do, and I'm not saying, I know I'm in the minority.
They pulled the family card with David, though. That was the reason we cared. Yeah.
Well, see, Punisher is a character where you don't need to pull heartstrings in order to like that character, because he's a retired army, service person, who is doing things for his family, is not doing it for himself, and I think everybody else is doing things for themselves, trying to, wrestle with their inner turmoil or wrestling with their inner demons as far as like what's going on in their life. While Punisher was like, oh man, they killed my family.
I gotta go kill them.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm coming to get revenge.
Which a lot of us can.
Don't say we can relate to.
A lot of us can empathize to. I will do anything to protect my family.
Right. Oh yeah.
Very few of us can turn around and be like, yeah. Oh man, I've got a lot of experience with murdering people for my family, for revenge for my family.
You put that on your CV. Just murdered people because they killed family. Very good with guns. Can spray paint skulls.
This is Frank Castle's resume.
... Great with kids.
See, my issue.
I have something for the after show.
Okay.
We can write Frank Castle's.
My issue with ending Daredevil right now is just that. One of the issues, I should say, is that I finally felt like at the end of season 3, we are seeing the real Daredevil finally.
Yeah.
It's taken these 3 seasons, and it never felt like it was dragged out.
No.
But it's taken these 3 seasons for him to fall, come back, and become Daredevil again, and be Daredevil. And I wanted to see what happened with that. I want to know more about Karen. I want to know more about that storyline with her. I wanted to know more about how Foggy was going to do with and everything like that. And they're getting back together now. The team is back together as it should be, and I want to know more.
That's also why I thought it was a perfect ending, where you could end it there, because everything was restored back to normal.
If we were in Britain, yes. But this is America. In America, here's what I'm saying. In Britain, they end shows 2 or 3 seasons before they're done. If you watch a lot of British shows, they will end a show a season or 2 while it's still really good and people still want it. They will end it. In America, we go, oh, people have been over the show for 3 seasons. Sign it up for 5 more. that is what. There's a difference.
They really beat a dead horse.
Arrow.
Yeah.
Gravity Falls.
Even Flash is starting to get a little
repetitive.
And I haven't watched Supergirl since season 1. Not that it was bad. I just never watched it.
Yeah.
Superman's getting his own TV show.
Who? Superman?
Yeah.
By Henry Cavill?
No, it's the guy from Supergirl.
I don't care. I want
No, he's good,
Henry Cavill.
dude. Watch him. He's good.
Henry Cavill.
Watch his stuff on YouTube.
Have you seen Henry Cavill's abs?
Oh,
I have.
He's done
many times.
And we've talked about this.
I know that.
Well,
I'm sad.
don't you want to? Then yeah.
No.
Hopefully he'll play James Bond, and then we'll be all right.
I would love Henry Cavill
I would love
as James Bond.
Oh, it's gonna be Geralt from Gerald.
Yeah.
What was his name?
From The Witcher.
Witcher. I don't know what his name is.
Oh
Geralt.
yes, on Netflix.
Yeah.
Which the thing that came out the picture that came out looked atrocious.
It looked really weird.
It looked terrible.
He looked
Everybody that has played, and I've never played The Witcher. I've thought about getting The Witcher 3 because I've heard that's the best one, and you don't need to play the first two in order to understand it. I've thought about getting it. I haven't, but everyone's like, he needs his beard.
Yeah, he needs his beard.
Fans of it were all like, he needs a beard.
He needs a beard because he looks like Henry Cavill wearing a wig.
It's totally what it is. It looks like Henry Cavill is cosplaying as an elf.
It looks like
and
Superman.
that's it.
Superman is cosplaying. And I'm like, Superman, you don't need to wear a costume. Take
You
your
are
mask off.
you're good enough as it is.
It's fine.
I actually am kind of excited
Who needs
about
the gray
Witcher
streaks anywhere up
in
here?
Netflix. I think I'll watch that and see how it is.
Yeah.
So I think we're all upset about Daredevil ending, but we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming.
Not to say that I was upset, but when they canceled Iron Fist, they canceled Luke Cage.
Yep.
I was actually okay with that.
I was okay with both
Yeah,
of
I was
those.
way okay with that.
Yep.
I thought that we get
I was
at least
happy
one
we
more
didn't
season.
have to watch them anymore.
I figured that we get at least one more season of Daredevil.
I thought we would too, to
along
wrap
with
up the storylines.
Yeah, to wrap up the storylines and find out what's going on. And
Kill him at the very end.
yeah, well, do something, you know.
Well,
like-
and you could do
sure.
what another thing that, and I'm not saying British television is so much better than American because,
IT crowd, man.
well, one of the things that British TV shows will do is do a one episode that's generally a little bit longer than the whole series is that wraps up loose ends.
Right.
And that's all they do. It's almost like a short film.
Sure.
And that's what they do, and it wraps up. And even if they did that for Daredevil, where we see one final bout between him and Bullseye and stuff like that, that just wraps up that storyline, and you wrap up the Foggy Karen Matt storyline, and you just wrap up these little storylines that have been left open. Wrap up the whole thing with his mother. You know, at the end of that season, we see that, okay, he's reconciling himself to his mother. Sure. Great. Where is that going to go?
Right, but then...
Which, you know, I wish they had just given us... I would have loved a full season, but even if they just gave us that, you know...
I would have loved if Bullseye had killed his mother, and then he had something to go fight Bullseye for at the end.
That would have been fine.
It would have been too distracting from Fisk, though. That was the only thing.
Well, after the thing with Fisk.
Yeah.
That would have been too long. I thought everything with Fisk was just perfect because there was a simple plot.
Yep.
Well, right, no, but I'm saying that you end it with Fisk, and then the next season, if you did a next season, or that one episode deals with that.
Side note, have any of you seen the Castlevania show?
No.
On
the animated series.
Yeah. And we're just talking about good ways to end the show and that.
It's come up on my...
I haven't seen
that's
season
on
2
Netflix,
yet,
right?
I did
Is
watch
that
season
on
1.
Netflix?
Yeah.
It's come up on my things you might like, which I'm very confused about because I watch documentaries on Netflix, and I'm like, what?
I've never played the games.
Yeah.
If you play the games, apparently it's even better, but for me, it was great.
Apparently those games were some of the hardest, ever.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because that was back when you made video games that you weren't supposed to beat in 2 hours.
No.
Agreed.
You were supposed to cry yourself to sleep at night wondering...
When I beat the game?
There were hard games and there were games that were just unfair.
Yeah. There were games that you were like...
Point and click Avengers were notorious for this.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Captain Marvel, that is.
Yeah. Go watch the trailer if you haven't already. It came out last night at the halftime of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Of the Monday Night Football.
It feels like a Super Bowl.
It felt like
now.
the Eagles Super Bowl. No. And I got to be honest. So, I've watched every Monday Night Football game so far, and every week they've had something exclusive, some trailer that's exclusive, and every time it has just been the trailer that's been released for the past 2 months of whatever it is. And I'm so when it said exclusive trailer, I was like, we already saw this trailer.
More than one.
What's going to happen? And it actually was
exclusive trailer.
a new trailer. Well, let's just go down and just give us your quick thoughts. We'll start with you, Zach.
It was better. It was a lot better. When I saw the first trailer, I had no interest in seeing the movie. When I've seen this trailer, I still don't have any interest in seeing the movie, but it makes it look a little bit better. I like the characterization of Carol Danvers a little more. I like the explanations a little more. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm kind of getting where we're going with this. That cat is a thing, and I don't know what it is, and it's freaking me out. Because it showed up in several different promotional materials. And
it could just be it could just be a cat.
Yeah.
Have you owned cats?
Yes.
Because I have owned cats, and they're just going to do what they want.
You've owned cats?
I have.
I haven't noticed.
Yeah. And so it could just be a cat that's doing what it wants to.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Or it could be a scroll.
I think we talked about
All
this.
cats are scrolls.
I think we talked about this. Was like that cat's going to scratch out Fury's eye.
Yeah, that's how Fury's going to lose his eye. Cat's going to scratch it. Tony.
I think I'm in with Zach. I think it was not average. It was better than the first one.
Yeah.
And it explained a little bit more. I actually wish that they had came out with this one first. It would have made another trailer feel better.
Yeah, I kind of disagree because putting out the first trailer showed us some things, showed us some kind of cool stuff, but nothing spectacular. But in doing that, and then in showing us this one second, it made me more excited because I went, if it had been flipped and we got the first trailer second, I actually would have been discouraged from seeing the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here were the three things that I was kind of watching for in the trailer, and it was, what is she going to look like in the full costume, all powered up? Well, the stupid helmet, and I believe we all agree except for David.
Wait, do you like the helmet?
I'm middling on the helmet.
Doesn't it look so stupid?
It's fine until you get to the mohawk.
Yes!
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh!
There it is. David loves the mohawk.
And they just done like a full helmet.
David literally asked Serena, I was there, if she would get a mohawk.
Yeah.
I was very...
So, Serena, if you are watching or listening at some point in time, David wants you to get a mohawk.
Oh, gosh.
It's weird. But not cut your hair to get it. You have to still have all of your hair.
Wear the helmet.
You just have to push your hair up.
Merry Christmas, I bought you this helmet.
Merry Christmas, here's 18 jars of hair gel.
Here's what she would do. Say, here, take it.
And she won't even look like Captain Marvel. She'll look like the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So what did she look like? What were your other two?
My other thing was, what are her powers going to be? And are
laser beams?
Well, energy manipulation of some sort.
Yeah.
And
Power.
And number 3, how powerful is she going to be?
Powerful enough to clear a room by crossing her arms.
Like machine gun style.
I was talking to David about this, and I said, did you feel like she was powerful? Because we have been told Captain Marvel is the most powerful one of the Avengers in the universe, and I'm watching this and I'm going, okay, so here's the thing with Captain Marvel. We know she has super strength. We know she has the ability to fly. We know she has energy, beam manipulation, whatever you want to call it. She can make lasers. But that's really her power. She doesn't actually have a very wide power range set. She's just extremely powerful within those powers. And I went, and Drucker here agreed with me, that watching this trailer, she looked cool, but not necessarily uberly powerful. Yeah. And I'm holding out reservations until we obviously see the movie. But I saw nothing in this that made me go, oh yeah, she's going to be able to stand up to Thanos one-on-one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing in it. She punches an old woman and they just get in a fight. Mm-hmm. Like, also, that upsetted me because I really, I didn't think this would happen, but I really wanted that old woman to just be an old woman.
Just go down.
Just be an old woman. And she's obviously a Skrull from the trailer.
Yeah. Maybe she's just really into aerobics.
But I never felt like she was just this uberly powerful force from this trailer. And that doesn't mean she won't be in the movie. We may see her in this movie with her laser beams when she's flying in space literally obliterate the entire Skrull fleet. Mm-hmm. And that would go, that's power.
There is one shot in the trailer where she looks like she's obliterating spaceships.
Yeah, and I think that's...
Well, she needs to take it off!
Yeah.
Can that be my rant today? That stupid helmet.
Well, see, it wasn't even just the helmet. It was the flaming hair.
But the whole helmet...
When she had the helmet.
She doesn't need the helmet.
I know.
And the whole helmet, to me, it literally drew my eye. It's like the pimple that's on the girl that plays Talia in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, yeah.
Watch that movie. Yeah. She has a massive zit the entire movie. And once you see it, you can no longer unsee it. It drew my eye immediately, and I went, her costume, in my opinion, especially the red and blue one, was so cool. And then they put a mask on her.
Mm-hmm. See, I think it's going to be a thing that with the core or whatever she's a part of, they all just wear masks.
No, I agree, but
I think that's all it's going to be.
She should.
They wear a helmet whenever they go into battle.
Well, see, this is